Mike Lee gave a movie reference. I'll have my own. This whole episode reminds me of that scene from The First Vacation where Chevy Chase goes to buy his car and Eugene Levy comes out and it's not the car he ordered. He brings out the metallic pea green family truckster and Chevy Chase is like, this is not the car. And Eugene Levy says, you think you hate it now, but wait till you drive it. So when you saw the language, this is what we were warning about. The language is actually worse than anybody could have possibly imagined. We thought it was going to be bad just because of the things that got leaked out, and for the reasons mentioned. Normalizes thousands of people, illegal immigrants, each day. Thousands, normalizes that. So you've got that dynamic happening. But the language, the two things I want to highlight, because you've heard a lot of this before. First of all, Joe Biden has every authority right now to secure the border. We don't need to do anything. We might support strong language to force him to do it, but he doesn't need anything to secure the border. He can do those three things that Ted mentioned, remain in Mexico, principally being one, finish the wall with the money that's already been appropriated, and stop abusing parole. He's illegally paroling millions of people here by category, which is illegal under existing law. But if you were, the two biggest issues with this bill, if you were a open borders think tank and tried to come up with two clever ways to get around whatever it is that they're trying to do in this bill, you would do two things. One is you would remove the courts from the asylum process, which is what they're doing here. They have these asylum agents that are true believers in open borders, approving citizenship essentially at the border. That will only be a magnet for the cartels telling these folks what to say when they get there. The second piece is any way to, actually force Joe Biden to enforce the law would be removed because Texas can't even do it in their home jurisdiction. They have to come to the D.C. circuit, which has been mentioned as a liberal circuit. So if you did those two things, this is a win for you if you're an open borders crowd. They got those two things in this bill. That's just two things. So this bill is a total disaster. It's dead. It's going to require 41 courageous senators to stand up and say, Chuck Schumer, we're not going to accept this. You've given 2 days on this disastrous language. No more. And it's sort of a word of warning about trying to, the next step, once this is dead, try to tie unrelated things together again. Hopefully people have learned their lesson. If you had a smart Israel bill on the floor, it would get 90+ votes. But all roads lead through Ukraine here, I've found out in this town. So tying all this stuff together again, we sort of see what this happens. Let's have the courage to actually debate these things individually. People can offer amendments. We don't want money going to Hamas. We've already pointed those objections, but when you start lumping this stuff together, it creates real problems, and that has played out dramatically in this cataclysmically bad bill that hopefully we'll reject tomorrow.